Hi, today I invited Marty. Uh, she is the single woman, but how to pass the life. Okay, she have an idea for the life. Okay, his life as I see is very decent. Okay, and wonderful. Okay, let her talk about the in his mind what's the meaning for life, okay, what is the daily life, how he do, okay, and please
Okay, it's time for me to respond, and that's a very interesting question. Because once I did have a spiritual teacher who has passed on now, and our conversations were always about being a better human being. And we had a community of people, and we had a small healing foods restaurant. And the first day we came, we made a lot of money. Everybody was all happy, and Spirit came and said, "Oh, I'm so happy for your success." But that was only material success. Your success comes when you can serve another human being. And I thought about that. I said, "Oh, that's very true." Because in this world, we're always trying to get money, trying to do things to make ourselves better, and we neglect the humanity and the humanness of other human beings. And I remember my mother used to tell me growing up, what you send into the lives of others is coming back into your own. And I said, oh, okay. I don't know, but maybe because I was a young girl. And when I got out there and things started happening in my life, I remembered exactly what my mom said. And it made me stop and think and reflect on what I was putting out to other people, what I was saying, or how I was acting with other people. So when I moved into my spiritual life, it was just a continuation. And one of the things that was very prominent in that spiritual life was what Spirit called discipline, organization, and control. They said if your mind is all scattered, if you're not good inside, that is the energy that you're putting out to other people. So I got on the program and did the daily disciplines that we all had to do as students. And Spirit was wonderful. They said, everybody, we have you doing these disciplines, but you can't do it when you want to do it. You have to do it all the time. You can't say, oh, I'm going to serve today or I don't feel like it tomorrow. You have to do it all the time. And that's how I've lived my life, trying to live the best life that I can. And also without getting angry and upset about little teeny weeny things. I feel the world sometimes we get distracted by what's outside of us and then we don't handle it well. And then it builds up the energy within our being becomes very negative. And that is a very divisive energy, and it divides friendships, it divides family, it divides people. And right now, where we are right now in 2024, with what is going on out there in the world, more than ever, we need to come together as a people and focus on what we have in common and build from there and make it work, because we're only going to succeed if we can really work together. And to me, that's what community is all about. No, we're not going to always agree. We will disagree, but you can also disagree in harmony. You don't have to be angry and saying horrible things to each other, because one thing is for sure, words are powerful energies. And when you send that energy out, be very careful, because what you send out will come back to you. So that's how I've lived my life, and I will continue to live my life that way, growing spiritually, growing more in love, and growing more in the understanding of who I am and who I am in relationship to other people. But most important, developing my relationship with that being, that God, that is higher than all of us, whether it's Buddha, whether it's Jesus Christ, whether it's whatever it is, there's one being that all of us will answer to in the end. because he put us here with purpose. And he knows we're all different.
Mm.
Now imagine that. You have all these people that are so different, but how can you come together? What unifies us as a people? When we can really look at each other beyond color, beyond religion, beyond anything, and see the light that is in us, because we all have that light. When we were born, we were given that light. And I just have to say, I thank God for my mom, who was always in our ears telling us things, And she said, you'll never be able to say that I, who said I loved you, did not tell you. So this is what we're going to do. And I grew up in a Christian church, in a Christian home. So, we had to pray every day and do the things that we had to do according to the will of God, according to my mom, what that was. But all the different traditions, religious traditions that I've been involved in, they all do it different. But it's the same way. You have to give energy. You have to give thought to that divine power. And you have to be willing to walk that walk. And sometimes it's not easy. You say, well, sometimes you want to say something or do something like, oh, that really made me mad. Mm-hmm. But then you have to grow up and redefine what that is. Because one of the things that I know I strive for at the end of the day, when I go to take my last breath, when it's time for me to walk into the other realms, I don't want to walk into the other realm with negative energy and things. I want to walk in with a clean, pure heart. And the cleaner and purer your heart is, the more you're going to get that true divine nature. Because when it comes through, everything that divine light comes through our filter. We have a filter. Our emotions are our filter. And we have to learn to control those to bring forth that energy. And we can do that. Sometimes it's a little difficult, but we can do that. I thought it was very brilliant. I was listening to Greg Braden a couple of months ago. And he said, we as a species, the human race, we're the only creation that can decide and change our feeling or our emotions. And I thought about that. I said, yeah, that's true. We can do that. And it might take a little time, but you build that muscle. Because at the end of the day, I want to glorify the Most High. Whether I'm doing it. And I do, by the way, I have gone to mosques. I've gone to Buddhist temples. And I've gone to different churches. I've gone to synagogues. So I've gone to all the different religions because I just like to see how people worship. But we're all worshiping the same. And the thing that I love the most is the camaraderie that I always get wherever I go. Because that's what I bring to the table, and that's what comes back to me. So I say to all of you, thank you for listening, and yeah.
I have a question.
Yes.
How you treat your co-worker?
I treat very seriously. Here's how I treat my coworkers. We laugh a lot.
Huh?
We laugh a lot.
Laugh a lot. Okay, that's nice.
Now, sometimes there are issues or things that we need to talk about. So I'm never going to, ignore the elephant in the room. No, let's talk about this in a respectful way. Hear everybody's side, but let's come to an agreement on how we're going to move. But we keep it light and we laugh all the time. And that's what I bring to the table. We don't have to beat with the whip. Let's see how we're going to move, how we're going to make this happen. And sometimes, people will agree or disagree. And I just say, oh, that's okay, but this is how I feel, that's how you feel, and we'll move on. And the most miraculous thing happens. It comes around to the way that the divine would have it be. Because this is what I'm thinking, that's what you're thinking. Now, what are we going to do? And that third force, them, me, and then that third force, because we have to have harmony. And anywhere I am, there has to be harmony. If there is no harmony, then I have to remove myself.
To remove yourself?
That
what?
means I
go away?
I have to go away.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Because that energy is only going to come in there and then, just try to destroy all. And I don't know, I don't have to, I've gotten too far in my life. I've moved away from so many things in my life when I saw You know what? You're creating that because you're participating in it.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember my mother used to say, when something happens, when you're young and you're going out with your friends, she says, "No, don't come in here talking about, oh, well, no, this is what." She said, "If you were there and this started happening and you stayed, you're just as much as part as anybody else."
Mm-hmm.
And I grew to understand what that meant too. So you have to just, take care of yourself.
Okay.
And the most important thing to take care of right now for me, because like I'm 73. I have.
You're 73
I'm
already?
73
Oh.
already. It's amazing. I made it to 73, Peter,
Uh-huh.
and I'm very happy about that. And I have excellent health. Everything is great.
So you 1950 or
51.
51?
Yeah, born 1951.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I'm looking for the next 30 years plus.
Plus.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Your interview. Okay.
Thank you so much.
That is no another side mine. Okay. Okay. Hope the Taiwanese you can hear, or the friend in American you can hear what the young people, especially young people, they need to think about again. Okay. What's the life. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much.
You're very
Okay.
welcome.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you.
Bye.